Hi, I'm Stuart from Big Game Hunter Sports Ball Shop. Today we're going to talk about the Gilbert Control-A-Ball. When you first start off coaching juniors, you focus on hand skills, so passing the ball, receiving the ball. As you go through the ages, you tend to focus on tackling skills and body position and maybe tactical awareness, and the ball handling skills tend to be left to the player. But now there's a fantastic product on the market called the Gilbert Control-A-Ball, which could change the way you coach ball handling skills. It's available in size 5, so it's from age 14 and above. So it's a great way of introducing dynamic coaching drills for ball handling skills. So first off, there's a traditional match rugby ball. This one has the same type of grip as a Gilbert Amiga, so it's got the standard type grip. You inflate it to the normal PSI and it reacts exactly the same way as a normal standard rugby ball. Next up, you've got a heavyweight ball. The grip is exactly the same, the graphics and the colour are exactly the same, but this one is heavier. You inflate it to 9.5 PSI, exactly the same as that, and to all intents and purposes, as a player passes it, the receiver doesn't know which ball they're going to get, whether it's a normal match ball or a ball that's slightly heavier. The third ball in the range is a lightweight ball. Again, looks exactly the same as the heavyweight and the normal match ball. So again, the player doesn't know whether he's getting a heavy ball, the normal match ball, or a lightweight one. The fourth ball in the range is a completely different feel ball, but in the air it may look exactly the same as the other three balls. It's green, fluorescent green, but it has absolutely zero grip. It's called the gripless ball. See, no grip at all. So this one is going to be more difficult to pass, more difficult to catch, but it makes the player think. And the fifth ball in the range is a very clever concept. It's called the unstable ball. And what makes it unstable? Well, this is the clever part. You inflate it and you add 280 grams of water. So as you pass it, the ball may have water at this end, and then the flight of the ball, as the water moves within the ball through the air, makes the ball unstable and more difficult to control and catch. 5 balls that look identical in the air but make the player question and think about passing and receiving. Every coach should have one in their pack, and I think they retail around £100. Also included in the pack, I think there's 6 drills to get the coach thinking, and this is just a starter. There are hundreds of drills you could think of if you're a decent coach to challenge and get your players working harder on passing and catching. Brilliant product, and if I was still coaching rugby, I know I definitely have one in my kit bag. So reasons to buy the Control-A-Ball. As the balls are all the same colour, the player receiving them doesn't actually know what ball they're likely to be catching. You could get the player passing the ball to shout out what ball they've passed, and get the player receiving the ball to shout what ball they think they're going to be receiving by concentrating on the flight of the ball. You tend to find the player's senses are heightened as they know that each ball is different by weight or feel, but they don't actually know which one they're going to receive. You also find each player's concentration and anticipation must increase, not only for the receiver but also for the passer, as the weight and the transfer of the pass must be accurate, and the grip and the technique within the pass must change because of the different grip types and how each ball reacts differently within the practice. The whole concept is a simple one, and how difficult you make each challenge is up to the coach and the level of the players, but this truly will raise the level of performance when you get to match day. The match ball, so the normal weight and grip pattern of a normal standard Gilbert match rugby ball, so say similar to the Omega. The heavy ball weighs around 650 grams, and as the ball is heavier, the players must adapt to catching and passing the ball. The lightweight ball only weighs 300 grams, and again the players must adapt the way they pass and receive the ball. Many coaches and players towards the end of the season complain that the ball has no grip. Well, this ball truly has no grip. It's incredibly slippy in wet weather and will be the biggest challenge for players passing and receiving the ball. The unstable ball weighs in around 680 grams, so slightly heavier than the heavy ball, but as there is water swishing around inside the bladder, it makes it unstable through the air, and it is a great fun ball to watch the players use for the first time. With the pack comes a set of drills, or 6 drills. This is drill 1, and it shows the squeeze box drill instructions, drill explanation, and a simple little diagram to show how the ball could be used within the session. And the great thing about the controller-balls is they can be added to any of your handling practice. So as a coach, you don't need to change all your drills or practices. You can just add the controller-ball at any time to vary the practice and add a new dimension to any of your pass and catch training. If you'd like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do in the box below, and hit the bell button too to get notifications of when new videos are released. If you have any questions about this video or the controller-ball range, leave them in the boxes below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.